So the 7 teachings keep us morally correct and morally upright, which leads us to an awakening of our spirituality. It keeps us on the path. It keeps us aware, and it keeps us loving, keeps us respecting, keeps us wise. It keeps us all of the 7 teachings. Once we practice it, we have it. That's it. There's no duality. We are one.
These are our true inheritance. These are things that we have inherited from our ancestors. And when it comes down to it, it's about spirit. It's about spirituality, something that has been passed on from generation to generation since time immemorial. With all people, with indigenous people, here, they followed the animals, and they watched the qualities that they honored to keep them on the spiritual path.
Yeah.
So when they watched these animals, it represented, whether it was the buffalo or the wolf, that we don't have here, it was something else. It's like, so for an example, the Sabe is Bigfoot or hairy person, or here it's the Bugalatamooch, the little people, or the stone people that live in caves. Now these are, we could call them mythological beings. So that's us when we're not honest with ourselves. So we go to find the stone people, or the little people, or the Sasquatch, to teach us how to be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
And what honesty is, for me, it's being true. It's not truth, it's the act of being true. That's honesty for me. So that's how we use the animal. But we know when we're not being honest with ourselves. We know that, and we get that little feeling that doesn't feel right. And that's when we have to put into practice of what honesty is.
Yeah.
So each animal, like with the humility, is represented by the wolf, because they would watch the wolf and they recognized humility in the wolf. That the wolf would go out hunting, bring back food, and it would sit back and let all the other wolves eat first. And then the leader would eat last. And it was an act of humility, of selflessness. Right? So that's where they turned to. So when there were those conflicts within themselves, with the duality part of it, when they were arrogant or whatever, they would very quickly turn that around to the animal and watch and learn again, if it took that again. So then it became second nature. It was just natural to live this way. So then as courage and wisdom, respect, love, honesty, truth, and humility became natural, that was Nadugalimkaway at work. It was like the nature of the earth, of the universe, of everything involved. So that was being followed. Everything was being followed, and the spirit was being acknowledged and honored. And all those other things, the opposites of these things,
don't even exist.
Don't exist in that realm of spirituality.
Because then that's like I'm saying, that it comes down to the one thing, right? Which would be love. Like for me, it would be love that way. I'm not having one of the, things disrespect. I'm not disrespecting the other 6 rules or laws or whatever it's called, whatever you want to call it, right? Because it wouldn't exist. It's in here. Love is unconditional, like you gotta respect, and that just comes with, well,
But that's just one of the teachings.
that's just one of the teachings, yes.
So if we honor one more than the other
Yeah.
and say that encompasses it
Yeah.
all, it's not true.
True, yeah.
Because we say, look at the moon at night, when it's full and it's white and it lights up, on a nice clear night it lights, and we call it moonlight.
Yeah.
And we honor the moon. And without the sun, the moon has no light.
No.
So it's the same thing when we talk about the teachings. We can't say that we have one more than the other,
Yeah.
or because then it's not synonymous and it's not equal anymore.
No, I know.
So we can't say that love is above all of this.